You can see the upper chest there on the side profile. It's not starting from here anymore, it's like starting a bit higher.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
You know, it's getting up. Come on.
2, good squeeze. 3, there it is. 4.
So yeah, could go 4 plates, 5 plates, but I'm gonna end up looking the same. And that's not the objective here. We're looking to make a transformation. That means we're gonna have to do some compromise. PR lifestyle is more than just hitting a PR in the squat, bench, or deadlifts. A PR could be going a week without skipping a meal. It's about being the best version of yourself, always improving.
Come on, somebody out there sitting working harder than you. No! Oh! No! Somebody working harder than you. Hurry up! Let's go! Somebody gonna outwork you. Somebody outwork you.
You versus you. Welcome back to the channel. Here we are at Zoo Culture with Ryan. And today we are hitting chest. We still don't have a date picked out for the classic bodybuilding show I'm going to be doing. It may or may not be in Arizona. We're figuring that out.
Yep.
You know, we are still seeing how my body responds to the training and nutrition before we hone in on the show. There's still some body parts that we're trying to bring up so that we have a strong shot taking first place, right?
I'm gonna say though, it might be sooner than what I was originally expected to do.
Okay.
The body's responding really quickly, so I think it won't be too far out.
Okay. If you were to give like a rough estimate, what do you think that would look like?
I think in somewhere in the next 12 weeks would be very realistic.
Oh, wow. Okay, that's pretty fast. Okay. So my body weight right now is about 252 or so. I am seeing some gains in my upper chest, hamstring, quad, sweep, calves. This is just for the last 2 months.
Absolutely.
Right, so it's happening quickly. I haven't added in any extra substance besides TRT. I haven't adjusted my dosages, added drugs in. So the fact that I'm able to make these rapid gains without adding anything on top of what I'm taking is fantastic.
Absolutely. You're responding quickly. The shape's coming together the way I want to see it. So, and like you said, we haven't really added anything, and the diet's been very minimal changes. Still, the biggest concern for me is going to be making weight more than anything. So, I think that's going to be more dictating the time frame. Is I don't want to have to lose any size or real muscle density in order to make that weight. So I want to do it nice and slow and steady. But let's make sure that we maintain or put on new muscle even in the areas that we need to. And so we don't want to sacrifice anything to do it too quick.
Right.
But I'm just saying that based off of what I'm seeing your body, how it responds, I think that's pretty realistic to say that it will be ready around that time.
No doubt. And Ryan, you know, over the course of the last 2 months has been pretty confident in the fact that I can get down to 230, which is like the cutoff for my height of 6'1". I already have lines in my glutes, which is a great sign that I'm going to be absolutely ridiculously conditioned when I do get on stage. And you know what I don't have in symmetry and connected bicep, I will make up for it in conditioning and posing. So we're going to bring the best package we can, and we're just chipping away one workout at a time. Let's get to it.
Let's go.
All right.
Progressively loading it so that Larry doesn't feel like me by the time he gets to my age. All the young guys, when I was young coming up, all the old guys in the gym that were my age now used to tell me, man, you need to warm up. And I'd feel like, this is my warm up.
Leave your ego at the door. Always take your time to warm up. There's no rush.
I should tell them. And then I would tell them, this is my warm up. And now I'm in the gym telling everybody, make sure you warm up.
Funny how that ends up.
Let's go.
Now that my upper chest is bigger, I can feel more tissue there, if that makes sense.
Easier, you feel the contraction.
It's easier to get that contraction. Before, there's just nothing there, just skin and bone.
Well, for so long, you were flat bench champ, right?
That's right, for a decade. I would occasionally incline bench, but it wouldn't be with emphasis on a upper chest contraction. I'd have my elbows tucked, right? I'd have, basically it was like a flat bench really, even though I was doing it on the incline.
So the thing is that people don't understand is when it's the first thing I noticed. So everybody knows you have a really developed lower chest, right? Well, that's just because that's where you've been putting the focus and the energy, which tells me I'd be concerned if you had a huge bench press and no chest, right? But the fact is that your lower chest is so developed is from training it, which means your body responds to training. So that's the perfect example of why I'm very confident the upper chest will grow. We just got to put the same emphasis on the upper chest you did on the lower, and it will respond like the lower did.
Exactly. That's a great way of explaining it. Same deal with all the other body parts that are lagging behind right now that we're trying to bring up. Hamstrings, calves, for example. These are body parts that I never put emphasis on because for a decade, long time, most of my training career has just been emphasis on numbers, hitting X amount of weight, for X amount of reps, not growing any particular body part. That was never a priority. And it was for a very short time. Not even. When I did that bodybuilding show, it was still, I want to hit X amount of weight for X amount of reps, and then I'll get on stage. 2 weeks out, I was doing 90-pound squat, right? So that shows you where my head was at even when I was bodybuilding.
Too much noise for this gym.
What's up?
So I'm making too much noise for this gym.
Right? It's fucking library in here. Y'all need to turn up when you come to zoo. Stop chit-chat and start training. So Ryan,
Yes,
Coach,
sir.
I noticed that you have a very narrow grip for the incline. So is that to protect your shoulder?
That's because I have an extremely injured shoulder right now. If I go out wide, it'll fall on my face. So I have a really, really painful shoulder right now, so I'm keeping it in tight. I prefer to be able to come out a little wider, to really hit the contraction in the upper chest, but just working with what I got nowadays.
And that's the thing with doing incline press, any press really. You're safe. Your shoulders are safe tucked, right? So when you're on the bench, if you're in position here, you're safe here. When you start flaring your elbows out, you get a much better contraction, but your shoulders, your rotator cuff, is vulnerable. So all these years of hitting these huge bench presses, the technique I was using tucked, protecting my shoulder, my rotator cuff. And as a result, I've only had, and this was from a 700-pound bench press attempt, one small tear in my rotator cuff, to be exact, it was my infraspinatus. Small tear, healed in 2 weeks, right? But my technique was awful, just fucking slammed down my chest. I was ego lifting, trying to just hit that 700 number. I was fucking impatient, I wanted to get it. And that's what I got for rushing the process. But if you want to get a better upper chest contraction, you do have to flare a bit, right? It's just you can't use so much weight.
Yeah, you just got to be careful how much weight you put on there. It puts you definitely more vulnerable for injury. But honestly, to be truth with any exercise, the exercises that put you in the most vulnerable spot are always the most beneficial for putting the most strain on the muscle, right?
That's just a story of life. Like whatever works is usually bad. Like if it's good, it's bad for you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I support it. Perfect.
Don't let the fans get confused. We can still put up some heavy weights if I let you.
If I have coach's permission, we'll see.
Yep.
Yep. Yep. No problem. Yep. Beautiful.
Good. Easy. Here we go. Easy.
So yeah, it's heavy because I'm flaring my elbows out to try and get that upper chest contraction. So you're a lot weaker in this position than this position. I'm talking like, for me, a 90-pound difference. If I was doing it this way, elbows tucked, 4 plates, no problem, 8 reps. This way, drop 100 pounds off and get 8 to 10. So it's a huge difference, but this is where the challenge comes from being a powerlifter for so long. I'm gonna say, you know what? Weight's not important. It's the contraction is.
Training with a purpose.
That's right.
You just have to know what the new purpose is.
Exactly.
Otherwise, then the ego gets to you and you want to do crazy stuff.
Exactly. So yeah, you could go 4 plates, 5 plates, but I'm gonna end up looking the same. And that's not the objective here. We're looking to make a transformation. That means we're gonna have to do some compromise.
Good. Here we go. Come on. There we go. Easy. Interesting enough is that doesn't hurt as bad as the press.
Well, there's so many muscles in the rotator cuff, right? So who knows which one it is.
There it is.
Still really light.
Yeah.
But good contraction.
Come on. 2 more.
My shoulder doesn't like this, oddly enough. It doesn't like this movement at all. Thank
No.
you. Nah. So basically, it's fuck flat.
Yeah, we're not doing flat on anything, except for flies. We'll do pec flies flat just to get you opened up because that still hits a lot of the whole middle chest. But we're gonna avoid any kind of flat pressure for a while.
Beautiful.
All incline focused.
With that said, you can see the upper chest there on the side profile. It's not starting from here anymore. It's like starting a bit higher.
Yeah, it's getting up there.
You know, it's getting up. That's just like the core in.
It's growing. It's growing.
For sure.
Shape's looking good. Perfect. Good contraction. There you go.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Yep, it's tired.
Good.
I'm fatigued.
It's all about the contraction at this point, right?
Exactly.
Slow it down a little bit. Good range of motion. Get that feel that tension where we're supposed to feel it.
Yeah. Definitely do.
You know, there's always controversy with that, right? I see a lot of it. People comments and stuff about, more time under tension. There's there's a balance between, you got to remember some of the best bodybuilders in the history of bodybuilding were the strongest, right? There's a direct correlation there.
Exactly.
Between the Ronnie Coleman's and his development, right? So just training, if you want to train like Jane Fonda, you're going to look like Jane Fonda. So, just super slow, controlled all the time is not going to get you anywhere. You have to have a combination of both styles of training. And your body obviously is so strong it responds to heavy weights. So we're going to have to keep it relatively heavy. And I know 110s for you is like a warm-up, but 110s for a normal person that's their PR for most people. So it gets all relative, right?
Exactly, and also the timing of your workout that you do a heavy compound movement, like right now at the very end. We're already pretty fatigued. Everything up here, so
we're 5 exercises in already.
Exactly. We're 5 movements deep. I'll go 110 again. Focus on the contraction. Let me try and get that quarter turn. This side's really popping right there.
So much better.
Oh yeah, for sure.
From day 1 till now, it's night and day.
Yeah. We should do a comparison from
Yeah.
before Ryan, after Ryan.
Right.
And you have a better mind-muscle connection to it now than you did.
That's right, because there's more tissue there. As with my calves as well, I can feel the contraction. Before, I would do incline, dumbbell, barbell, flies, trying to develop this area, but it was never working because I was too worried about the weight, not the contraction.
On day 1, when we were posing, I was telling you, try to just pull across your upper chest, and you were having a hard time with it. And right now, now you understand when I say pull your upper chest, you know exactly. Oh, that's weighted.
Yeah, it's just so much more meat there. Still on TRT, by the way. I will update you guys when that changes.
There we go. Perfect. 2, good squeeze. 3, there it is. 4, that's the squeeze. 5, 6, 7, come on. Here we go. One more. Get the squeeze. Here we go. There it is.
Okay, good.
Perfect.
Beautiful.
We're gonna do one more set.
It's clear as day. Especially that, what is it, quarter turn?
Quarter turn. Oh, yeah. Like, just put your hand, you'll see the split now where I wasn't seeing when you did that. I saw when you just moved. You can see where the split between your upper and lower. So this is getting way thicker up top. Last time I had you do that, this went flat.
This one flat?
Yep.
Yeah.
You remember when we were posing in there and I said, let's try this way with the most muscular, and you're like, no, that makes my chest look flat.
Exactly.
You just did it right now and your chest doesn't look flat. Right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
For sure.
Last set here, come on. All right, 1, 2, good squeeze. 3, there it is. 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on. 2 more. 1 more. There it is. Good.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Try to get the other side too.
That's it. There. It's pretty 3D.
Yeah, I think so.
It's getting pretty 3D there.
The quarter turn's good.
Quarter turns are really good.
This pose is getting a little bit easier to hit as well. A bit more mobility now on my shoulders.
Front last spread.
Yeah, still. Oh, this is too blocky.
I don't think so. It's in the way you're posing it.
The way I'm posing it, right?
Hit your front lat spread. Open it up. Chest up. Alt in the back. Right there.
Aha.
There you go. That's it right there.
Yeah, that was better.
It's just dropping the shoulders and lifting the chest. Once you're in it, you're here. Drop your shoulders to get your chest up.
Drop the shoulders back.
There it is.
There we go.
Yeah. It's a good pose.
Sorry. Not my best. Just from this side. This side's fucked. I can't even straighten it out. Oh.
So, grab your 2 fingers.
I just grabbed my thumb just now.
So, dude, put your 2 fingers
Yeah.
like this, and then just grab the tip of your finger.
Okay.
It's easier to reach.
And then straighten out, right?
And then straighten it up. There you go. Really easier to grab there.
Definitely.
You're not so bad about it.
Also, I've never hit it from that side. Usually it's from here. So this video more natural. This side.
This side looks really good though.
It does, actually. Your tricep looks pretty big.
Does it? Tricep?
Yeah, compared to what he used to have, it's interesting.
Yeah, it is thicker.
About when you're doing your pressing and you got a good arch in your back, it's that short head that's doing the lockout in your exercise.
It'll be in here.
So that's all through here. So that's why your short heads develop. But the long head, doing like the really exposed tricep exercise, like overhead French presses, is really what hits that long head. And the long head is what shows most of the fullness and shape to the tricep. But all the power is in the short head. So same thing, your lower chest and your short head of your tricep were more developed because that's where all your explosive power is.
And you can see the development all right here in that mid short head, right?
Yep.
But I started doing the overhead extension and I'm noticing a bit more mass
In the
back
long
there.
head. Yep.
Yeah, I'm seeing it because I never did that before.
So again, the exercises that are the most vulnerable for injury, like really, really heavy single arm French presses, is what puts the elbow in a very vulnerable spot, but that also is what targets that long head of the tricep most effectively. So,
Especially at the right angle. Yeah, lines are there. A bit more mass, that's all. So bodybuilding is a marathon. It takes a lot of consistency more than anything. It's a combination of consistency and time put in to get the results you want. So in 2 months, I'm seeing changes, right? As much as I'd love to get on stage like fucking tomorrow and show what I got, it's gonna take time to have a significant transformation. And just consistently doing bodybuilding, not, okay, I'm gonna do arm wrestling now. Okay, I'm gonna do powerlifting. Okay, I'm gonna go for a random PR. Like, no, it needs to be consistently working towards a specific goal, which at the moment is classic bodybuilding. 2 months, seeing some significant changes. Imagine 2 years, or 5 years, or 10 years, what that can do to a body, right? So when you look at my physique and powerlifting in general, you know, our priority is very different from that of a bodybuilder. So even though I spent so many years in the gym, it was never with bodybuilding as a priority. So now, like, when I think about motivation, I think about, okay, I want to see changes in my physique, and I'm seeing those changes. And when people say, well, how do you stay motivated? I'm like, I'm seeing results. The results are addicting. When I look in the mirror and I say, oh, all that hard work is paying off, and I can see it. My own 2 eyes, I can see the changes. So these changes keep what keeps me going.
nothing, the best motivation in the world.
That's right.
So all we're gonna do, we did a press already, right?
Yeah.
We did a couple presses where we kept the elbows up, hitting more of that upper part of the chest, but I really want to focus on this middle part. So the only real way to do that is to pull across your body to get this, right? So we're gonna do them on cables. Actually, that's probably what we're gonna start. This one's just gonna be really detailed movement.
Okay.
So we're gonna pull. I want you to just pull across here. Really feel that contraction. To do it, you gotta kind of keep your back arched, your chest up. Pinkies. And then pull your pinkies together. And it's kind of a sweeping motion. So you're gonna come in and then pull up. In and up.
Okay.
Yep. Up so we don't get shoulders. There you go. Chest down, chest down. There, like that.
I feel it.
There you go. That's it. Perfect, right there. Just like you're trying to flex your side chest, that's what you want to feel.
I do feel it.
Is that?
And it's got to be for that contraction, not in, but away.
So
from the body.
just like when you're trying to do your quarter turn and you're pulling that chest up, it's that same contraction.
When you're watching this, when you're doing it, it's not in here, but way out there. That's why I'm feeling that contraction. So, right on the money.
This is going to be a staple in our routine from here on.
Yes. Seriously. Yep. So here.
Get off work, yes. Same time. And I got there earlier. I got you this morning. I had to change it up. I did my laundry this morning. Clearly.
That is a wrap for today's chest workout. Phenomenal progress in a very short period of time. Don't want to repeat myself too much, but yes, the chest gains are evident. The calf gains, the hamstrings, everything is coming up very rapidly without adding in anything beyond TRT. Yet we are going to add in a couple of things. We're not going to mention what, because we know if we do, you guys are going to start taking it. So we have to try our best to make an influence, but I will let you know when that changes. I will tell you this though, I'm not looking to compromise my health to get a pro card, to get an Olympia stage, right? That version of me is behind me, and if I find out, oh wait, I need to use as much or even more than when I was a powerlifter, that's when I'm going cold turkey, because it's just not worth my health, right?
Absolutely not.
I want to see a transformation, but not if it's going to cost me my health. It's not worth it. So, as a ending note, we'll see you guys very soon. We are contemplating having a second channel called Larry Training Wheels, where it's every single workout recorded, and it's vlog style. Ryan and I will be training together as per usual and collaborating with the countless IFBB pros and Olympians he has under his coaching. And that could be on a separate channel, and the main channel can be reserved for big announcements, just real special videos that won't be as frequent. Let me know your ideas down below about that. We haven't committed to that idea yet. We would like to know what you guys, the supporters of this channel, think first, and we'll pull the trigger when we have our mind made. On that note, Ryan, thank you as always.
Yes, sir.
And we'll see you guys very soon.